What is going on? I'm Zedmont. We are here in the diamond tier. I did it over the weekend. We've got tons and tons of keys stored up, also tons of upgrade tokens. Not a great base at the 5 engine room level. Gonna move up to 6 soonish. Wanted to show you my tech tree first of all to show you how I got there. Bullet not maxed. Boom mines not maxed. Boom cannons not maxed. We don't have the extra stuff down below, don't have barrage max, don't have shock launchers maxed, also don't have building health or shock mines at the 5 engine room level, and yet we still managed to get into diamond. But we are not here to talk about that account. We are now on the Zmot account. I'm going to show you my tech tree on this one. I have spent more keys, as you can see up top, also spent more upgrade tokens. We have got the maxed boom cannons. We've got maxed boom mines. We've got, moving down here, we've got the extra troop damage. We've got shock mines, so I've definitely spent more on this account, but we are a little bit farther below. So I figured, you know what, let's bring this one up to diamond, hopefully, and then that way you can see the path. I've been using this sort of layout. I love using all seekers. They're super op, but mixing in some of our friendly neighborhood bombardiers, because I'm finding that they are being incredibly helpful to distract things and farm GBE and all of that stuff. Someone also said that they like the term harvesting GBE. I like farming better. Nonetheless, we're going to drop Bullet right into here. We're going to drop 2 bombs into here, click the shock knuckles button, and then send all of our seekers running, because our seekers realistically are going to do all of our damage on this base. But having Bullet and the gang out front means free GBE. It also means that we should be able to distract what is that called? The shock launchers and things. Hopefully even shock knuckles coming in handy. We're going to find out very, very soon. I'm going to pre-smoke right about in here, just trying to get our seekers out front and running. I'm also I struggle so badly with the terms left and right on warships for whatever reason, but as you can see here, just seekers is all you need. They just do such good. They're so powerful. As long as that shock launcher caught us. That is not good. Gonna throw that smoke just because otherwise we're gonna have a lot of problems with those short-range defenses that are right there. That should get us to the finish line, though. A little bit slow because that shock launcher hit us. I didn't think it was going to. Now, 247. When I say a little bit slow when we were hitting 247, my top times are like 317, 315, 312, 305, in that neighborhood. With Seekers, you can get into the 3-minute range, which just makes moving forward so much faster. We came within 15-20 seconds of losing, which typically doesn't happen if you have a good Seekers account. Either you crush your opponents or you absolutely fail and only get like 2 engine rooms. So now, just to be clear, all Seekers is not doesn't work with every single base layout, but one like this shock launcher is in a terrible spot. This shock launcher is in an even worse spot. So we're going to go to the right, and I just need to quickly have a peek looking for some shock mines. We're going to drop Bullet right about in here, because that way his shock knuckles should be good for us. Then I'm going to drop all of my Seekers up this right side. I'm going to throw a barrage into here, just trying to stay ahead of the curve. Otherwise, bad things can happen when your troops get into range, because those hot pots and things, not awesome. Bullet just getting pummeled back there. So we're going to have to get our troops smoked in about now, hoping to get away from that hot pot before it absolutely obliterates us. And then at this point, I like to skip that last smoke. I'm finding that skipping that last smoke does very, very, very good things for us, but you have to be willing to lose, because with Seekers, you're going to lose on occasion, and bad. It's just like so bad when you lose. Uh-oh, power. It's like 9:13 in the morning and I'm already at less than 20% power. That is not good. So as you can see, we get into the 3-minute range. Not That attack was on edge the entire time. That hot pot almost got us. Those shock launchers almost got us. Bullit died incredibly quickly for some reason. I'm guessing they had troop damage or building damage or something like that. But you can see they got one engine room that entire attack. So I love it when people retreat because they're just like, holy crap, you beat me so terribly. But at the same time, check this out. I hate this. It doesn't show our time. We got a decent time, 3 minutes, and it just shows the engine room. So I wish there was an extra line. Perhaps that would be useful. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. It's probably overkill, but I hate it when I just like the opponent retreats so fast that you don't end up getting the full time. This is an interesting base. I have not seen any base that looks anything like this. But we should still be able to go to the right with Seekers. Bullit and the gang should come up the left, and then it's just a matter of where the Seekers go. From here, I think they might go to this engine room, which could be a massive problem. But hopefully, Bullit by that point. I'm going to throw in a third Bombardier, just in the hopes that Bullit can stay alive, essentially. Going to hit the shock knuckles button right about now, and then we're going to go all of those guys over there. All of this stuff off to the right. I don't even think I need to use any smokes at all. I'm just going to use one right here so that when they pop out, boom, shocked, come on. Oh, I was half a second late. That drives me insane. Just trying to be like picture perfect as far as time goes and then just not quite getting it. Like I liked to have the shock launcher turn, but then did not get everything at the right time. So where are they going? Looks like they're going to actually split and go in both directions. Let's get shock knuckles out. They're all coming forwards here. I don't even know what I need to shock at this point. So I'm just going to hold all of my shocks, waiting for that. What is that thing called? That's called a microwaver. We're going to save our shock for right about there and right about there, and then just barraging all of our gunboat energy back in here. Where did all of our Seekers go? I had Seekers a second ago. Did I not just have a lot of Seekers? I have no idea what the heck just happened, but that was not good. Now I have no gunboat energy, and we're going to lose. So somehow I had a whole bunch of Seekers, and then I looked up for a second, and then they were all gone. So epic fail on my part. We are going to lose, and I have to retreat. And honestly, that will happen 1 out of 5 attacks or so with using Seekers. I thought I had like 10 of them there. If you guys want to go back and watch that replay and let me know what the heck happened to them, would love to hear it, but we're just going to keep moving forwards. Back into the 19 tier. These are my favorite attacks. These are the ones that are on edge the entire time. I'm probably going to fail. I'm probably going to cry, but if it goes well, it goes so well with Seekers. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to switch to have like this, 7 boat Seekers, 1 boat Bullit. We're going to send Bullit and the gang back in here. We're going to go Bullit and bombs. I'm going to throw a barrage right about in here, and then it's just run, and just hope for the best. Like, it's going to be so on edge and so ridiculously crazy that I can't even begin to tell you how, like, I love these attacks. Their shocks are underneath underneath all of the sky shields. There's so much going on. I just completely missed that shock. I threw it on the wrong shield, and it's just a complete and utter race against time with everything getting shocked at the same time. And there's flamethrowers and cannons, and look at that. Boom. Shaka Laka. 3 minutes, 15 seconds with this crazy right-hand side clump. Absolutely love those attacks. Definitely could have been faster. Like I said, 3:17 is probably my fastest time on a base like that, but it took a second, got our troops out, and this person's coming in using Cryoneers and Zookas and Heavies and Kavan. So not the fastest troops, but I gotta say, I've seen some people using Scorchers and they've been pretty darn quick with them, but we beat that person by about 14 seconds. So really loving the life on the edge with the Seekers. I can't recommend that everyone use them because not everyone is going to enjoy those sort of attacks. I 1000% do. but I am not your normal attacker. I think I do things a little bit differently than a lot of people. So whether you enjoy them or don't, let me know if you like Seekers or don't like Seekers. Here's the problem with these kind of bases. I have no idea which direction our troops are going to go. They're probably going to come to this engine room right here, which is going to cause them to go to the left and then back to the right, and it's going to be painful, but I'm going to go with some rifles first, and the reason for that is my hopes are that Bullit can get off shock knuckles because those shock blasters are hopefully going to target my riflemen who are going to be out front, and then I can sneak all of my other dudes in from the back, shock those shock launchers. Oh, I missed that front shock launcher somehow. No idea how the heck I managed to miss such an easy shock, but hopefully at this point we can get all the rest of the things down using Bullit and the gang. Did not expect my critters to go to the left at all. This is not leaning in the right direction. This is how you lose, but hopefully I've got enough gunboat energy to BART out that back right, because I did not expect my troops to go to the left. I fully expected them to go to the right. But up one more artillery and we should be good, just over 3 minutes. So even if your troops go in directions where you don't expect them to, you can usually BART out one engine room. So Jelly Wrong was just wronged by the Seekers. I wonder what people think we're coming in using Cryoneers and all of a sudden you're losing in 3 minutes. That must be so incredibly disheartening. But I guess if you get me on my 1 out of 5, where I end up just completely and utterly screwing up my attacks, you're going to be in the good anyways. So nonetheless, moving up, trying to get into that diamond tier. Just a reminder, the later you make your push, the harder it's going to be. So this account definitely is harder than my other account. I hate bases with 2 front engine rooms for Seekers. It just makes things difficult because your Seekers aren't going to go where you want them to. They're going to go. So what I'm going to do here is I like to delay a little bit. That way my Seekers, am I going to get my troops to get this engine room? Seekers are going to come into here and then go out to the right is my hope, and then come along that back wall. So we shall see how this can be done. So we're going to drop our riflemen up front, then we're going to bring bombardiers in behind, hoping that shock knuckles can do some magic. This is going to be all sorts of silliness coming in here. So lots and lots and lots of things at play as always. This shock launcher, I keep missing shocks. This is not a good sign. Now, I was really hoping that my bombardiers were going to have that front down, but it looks like we're not going to be the case. And now we're actually going in a different path. So remember I said I had all these plans for my Seekers to go right and then come back to the left. Going to be the exact opposite, but that should be okay. Now, if I knew what the heck I was doing, I would be able to tell you exactly how many artilleries and barrages and things are required to get down an engine room, but I don't know that number. See that? That's what I was hoping for all along. I love it when the shock launcher turns and then you get the shock out and it goes down. We're going to lose. Look at this. Hopefully we are not going to lose, but it looks like we might. Come on. Ugh, 250 and we're going to lose, I think, which... Hey, I'll give that loss away any day. I think maybe we were planning and talking, but Arabic name, I think they're going to beat us. Nope, never mind. Complete and utter brain fart on my part. Moving up, finally into a win streak. Win streaks make your progressions go so much faster. Once I get into a win streak, I start to think a little bit more, plan a little bit more. Okay, so shock mines. Now, typically you won't see shock mines underneath a sky shield, so well done by this person. You very rarely see that. I don't know what it is. People get this false sense of security perhaps, but now we need to think a bit more. Now, this engine room is actually closer than this one, I believe. Weird issues with things, but we're going to give it a shot. Again, not super. This is one of those ones where I feel like we're going to lose, and I already should have used more what are those things called? I'm going to try to pop these shock mines, hopefully. Okay, beautiful. That is putting us off to a fantastic start. Hitting shock mines underneath sky shields is just so critical to getting all things going very well, just like hitting this shock before that shock launcher ruins our life. Flamethrower doing a great job of its own, but I'm hopeful that we can get the heck out of Dodge before that shock launcher gets a chance to hit us, because a whole bunch of our troops are going to be underneath its range. Now we just need to shock right about there. This is not looking super duper great, but at the same time, we've got all of our Bombardiers are going to end up in this neighborhood where we can hopefully get this down as we BART this stuff out. This is where all of my problems start to happen, because we're getting very low on gunboat energy. We're getting very low on Bombardiers. But it's just this crazy race against time where I think we're out of range of all the stuff on the right-hand side, and we've got one Bombardier throwing at each engine room, and we just need one more artillery on that other one, hopefully, and then we can hopefully throw some barrages here as we're trying to rush. And as you saw, the average time against my base is about 229, 230, and we're at 229. So hopefully keeping this win streak going, keeping this moving forward. Let me know if you are using Seekers. I love them, but as you saw there, when things go poorly, they go really poorly. Thankfully, we still managed to keep the win streak going. It's so random and frustrating. I mean, for someone who's getting a 249 time to lose against a 315 time, like, I can't even imagine losing your win streak against Seekers, because it would just be so crushing. Again, with this busy base. Now, all of our Seekers are going to go for this engine room. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to send them to the right first. I'm just going to go all Seekers on this and just hope for the best. Might be a bad idea. You know what? We'll go one Bombardier, because I think that Bullet can get all sorts of stuff up the front here, and then all of our Seekers will go up the right-hand side, and just crossing our fingers, hoping for the best. I'm going to clear a couple shock mines in preparation, and then we're just going to hold our breath and hope that this goes as I hope it to, because there's a lot of times when it really doesn't, such as right now when we're hitting all of these shock mines, and I did not plan on those shock mines being in place. So well done, Mr. question mark, hiding shock mines. Such a great maneuver. And as you saw there, I really struggled because their shock mines were so darn well hidden. Now, it's just going to be this crazy race every single time, trying to get shocks out, hoping that some of my Seekers are actually in the blind spot of that shock launcher. And now we're going to end up, look at this, boom, 3 minutes, 6 seconds. Our Bombardiers did essentially nothing, but they farmed a little bit of gunboat energy for us, which realistically is often the difference between a win and a loss. There's so many times where I'm just waiting for that extra 1-2 gunboat energy so that we can get a shock out. If you haven't tried Seekers, please give them a try, but realize that you're going to fail a lot. Even just getting used to using them, finding the shock points underneath sky shields, you're going to fail. And please know that going in, and as long as you know that going in, you will have a lot of fun, and you can progress as soon as you get rolling with them, because they're such great troops. I love Seekers. The fact that they ignore flares essentially gives you 2 planes of attack, and having troops going 2 different directions is something that I've wanted in Boom Beach for so long. We are almost into the diamond tier, pushing forward. You guys along for the ride. We're gonna come back here. Now, the reason why I came back, if you start matching more than 4, 5, 6, 7 seconds, you're going to end up getting someone with 6 or 7 engine rooms, and that is bad times. I end up beating 6 engine rooms fairly often, but I just don't want to deal with that on this stream. So not having a match last that long is a great way to avoid all sorts of baloney. So now what we're going to do, again, same thing, sending Bullet and the Bombardier off to the left, all of our Seekers off to the right, and we're off to the races. Now, this person, I don't see many of their shock mines, so realistically, they have hidden all sorts of them in here, so we are hopefully not in for a bad surprise. Just ignoring that last skipping that last smoke, I've found, will save you a whole bunch of gunboat energy, and then preloading that next smoke so that our troops run the heck away before they have to deal with all of this stuff. It just makes life better. Our troops will end up running into that smoke. We know that for certain. And then, I forgot about I forgot all about all of the things. We're going to lose this, and we're going to lose it. Oh, look at that. The shock launcher actually turned away from all of the stuff, so we might still have a chance, but it's very, very unlikely. So that shock launcher right there turned towards our Seekers and then turned away, and at this point, we have no troops left, and I'm just going to retreat as soon as Bullet dies. Yep, 5 win streak down the toilet. Like I said, every 5 or 6 attacks, we're going to lose, and it just happens. Whether it's a brain lapse or a missed shock or a well-designed base, it happens, and I'm okay with that. I mean, 5 wins, 1 loss, that's like an 80% win rate, something along those lines, even better. Let's keep going. Hopefully we can get to Diamond in this video. We're already at 20 minutes. Someone already noted my videos are getting longer and longer by the day. What can we do here? This is a little bit of a conundrum, a puzzle inside an enigma of whatever that expression is. Let's get some heavies out. We're just going to switch it up. Like I said, this does not work for every... Actually, no, let's go like this. Bomb, and then we're going to go with some Seekers later on. I think if we do a late Seeker drop, that will be better off for us. Actually, I'm going to go down to 3 Seekers. I think that's a better bet. We're going to draw Bullet right dead center, heavies out to the left. Bomb. Uh-oh, dropped an extra bomb. Did not plan to do that. Now, as soon as these 2 engine rooms in the middle and the left are down... Actually, I need to get... Did I not... Look at this Bullet just getting rocked. I feel like I'm missing troop health or something like that because I have just been getting Bullet pummeled, like absolutely pummeled for some reason. So let's get 1 more shock knuckles out, just trying our darndest to get rid of this middle engine room and that left engine room so that I can get all of my Seekers rolling. I'm going to flare this engine room and get these Seekers going. And then hopefully we can get the heck rolling towards that back engine room. Don't care if any of my what are those things called? Bombardiers live or die. Just need to get all of this stuff cleared out so that our Seekers can do all of their damage they need. This is not going well, folks. Is it going to be 2 losses in a row? I would put it at 97% yes. Not good. Not good at all. See, Seekers, shock mines. If you have not unlocked shock mines, if you're going to stay at the 5 engine room level, I would highly recommend you get shock mines because well-placed shock mines underneath a sky shield are fantastic. Now, someone of my subscribers did ask, they said, hey, what is the deal with sky shields? Should I still have a sky shield? Should I trade it in? I don't know the answer for that, to be honest. If you decide to... Oh, look at this. We might still get the win. Look at this. I love it. This is... I thought this person was done. I thought they had no chance. They're trying to get out of range. Bullet dead. Love it. Come on, win streak. Because we cleared the entire front of their base, I think this win streak is going to keep going. Look at that. 66%. Oh, that's such a welcome win because it means that we're not going to have to come back those extra 10 stars. So stoked. Just saved me a whole bunch of time on this attack, which is fantastic. Now, Bullet to the left, Seekers to the right, but will Bullet get all that stuff? So what I'm going to do is I am going to bring like this. We're going to go like this. I'm going to send Bullet over into here. Bullet going to the left. If you know why my Bullet keeps dying, please let me know, because I feel like I am completely and utterly missing something at the moment. I don't know what it is that I'm missing, so I guess that's why I can't figure out what the heck's going on. I really do hope all of these Seekers take a right turn here, and I am going to use 2 smokes here. I don't want to have to smoke and rush and all that sort of stuff, but I just feel like I keep missing some form of information. So we're going to drop like this, all of the shocks at the right time. That one flamethrower is hitting us fairly decently hard. Oh no, the battery is dying. Need to get another shock out right in there. Finally, one more shock in there. Just trying to get down these left engine rooms using all sorts of our seeker friends. And then my assumption is the seekers are not going to make it back. So I really, really am hopeful that we can get the rest of this stuff down using our... Oh, look at that. They did make it. So that's fantastic. Fantastic. Seekers made it all the way across. Now I just need to get this barrage and artillery on this engine room. Coming back for this other engine room. Come on. Let's go. Not a fast attack, but at the same time, hopefully enough to move forwards, because this video is way too long in the tooth. We're already at 2:46 and I am fading and fading fast. My wife and kids are away this week, so it's just me and you and warships, and we need two more wins. 2 more wins. I think we still have our win streak. I have already gapped out and forgotten. I think, actually, you know what? Let's check that right now. Just quickly checking to see. Win streak broken. Right. Luinho. Look at that win-loss record, though. That is on air with you guys. I find that I attack way better on my own, but the fact that we're still winning is fantastic. Now, I have this weird thing where I really, really like to get that first engine room down using troops, but it's fairly far off the shore at the same time. So let me know if you have a strategy with seekers with a front engine room. I would love to hear it, because I feel like mine is not ideal. It's not perfect, but at the same time, it's pretty good. So what we're going to do, we're going to go like this. Bullet here, hoping to get that shock knuckles out, then 1, 2, 3 in behind, and then we're going to come in from this far right hand side. You'll notice that they all do walk all the way. Do they walk all the way to those flags, even though the troops are out and things are happening? So great stuff happening from our seeker buds. We're going to shock all of the shock launchers, and then I assume our seekers are going to go straight back for that middle engine room, which is not the worst case scenario at all, except for the fact that, as you saw there, they all split, and now shock launchers are just wrecking them. So it's just on edge the entire time. So what I'll also do is throw the smoke in advance and then just throw the barrage and hope that that's good enough. But this attack is just gone to pot. Like, just nothing good here whatsoever. We're only going to get 2 engine rooms down. Not good. And like I said, it's that front engine room that throws me off every time, and I end up rushing it. So well done. Whoever the heck attacked me, you already kicked the crap out of me, and we're at the 250 mark. So whoever you are, well done. This was a good attack, good defensive base by you, probably with a good attack base as well. Let's see how fast they managed to take my base down. Enemy replay. So 122, that puts them at, what's that, 240, 238, something like that. Not the super fast attack, but still, their base made me lose. Ooh, look at this. See, they switched out their Sky Shield for a microwaver. That is not a bad strategy whatsoever. We're going to go... I feel like this video is never going to end at this point. I think I said we're going to get into Diamond. I'm going to retract that at this point because I'm a little bit nervous. Microwaver, 2 shock launchers. What I'll also do on occasion is just BART out one of the shock launchers. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to go bullet, bomb, and I'm going to go like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Getting rid of that shock launcher will get rid of one of the shocks I have to deal with. And I should have used a barrage 100% for sure, but sometimes I am not super duper smart. So let's go over into here. Now that that's done, we can drop all of our seekers. Should be able to get a decent time, even though we've wasted all that time at shore. Gonna go like this. We're gonna go shocking right about now. And that should get us into that far right-hand side with all sorts of gunboat energy left over. And now I'm just going to save for this right here. Those flamethrowers in the back are going to melt all of my seekers. But more importantly, we should be able to get away from all of this stuff and keep that shock launcher shocked and have a couple of our seekers get towards that middle back engine room. Hopefully, it's going to be so close here. shock launchers trying to ruin our day. All of these mines well placed, and now it's just a race against time. I think we took a second or two to plan. 248. I really do hope. If I lose this, I'm not going to make it to diamond in this video. If we win, I will keep pushing. I am starting to get tilted. What did you do, Vecchi? How did you do, Vecchi? Okay, so beat you by 20 seconds. That is a relief. We are still back to 2 wins away. There's just so much going on. Like I said, I think artillerying that shock launcher was the difference between a win and a loss, but there's just so much going on, and I often will make the wrong choice. So thankfully, in that instance, I did not. Now, one other thing you can be aware that you can do just to try to make your attacks slightly better is just send bullet and heavies back. Like, it is not super fantastically amazing to do this, but sending bullet back into right about here will give us an opportunity to clear all sorts of mines. At the same time, we're going to drop our seekers in behind. I'm going to hit shock knuckles. So all of these heavies and bullet and whatnot are going to clear all sorts of mines for us, which is going to let us get nice and close and tight. Hopefully Bullet's shock knuckles gets a chance to come out. And then, oh man, look at that. I missed the shock on that shock launcher. Somehow, there's so many different angles involved, and I end up just screwing it up. We've got lots of seekers left, thankfully. Bullet and the gang. Now, realistically, if I was planning this well, I probably would have used taunt just to get all sorts of extra lovin' from. Look at that. See how Bullet and the gang are shocking that, or distracting that shock launcher back there? But look at this. We're just going to get absolutely pummeled. So keeping our smoke, not nearly enough gunboat energy at this point to salvage this attack. And this person has already finished us off. So I'm not sure if the skills are not there at the moment, or I'm just fading, or my base is bad, or seekers. But it seems like every time I get into this range, bad things happen. So not sure we're going to make it to diamond on this attack today, but I promise that if I end this video early, I will make it to diamond today, come hell or high water. Nicole crushing us. I think we had Vecchi seem like a female name, Nicole female name. The ladies just crushing my hopes and dreams, just like at the club. No, let's not go that route. Here we go. Okay, bullet, bomb, and then shock knuckles. I'm going to go like this, just get a smoke to get Bullet out. Hopefully he steps out and shock knuckles hits that shock launcher. Didn't happen, of course. Nothing good is happening all of a sudden. But this base is poorly designed to go against seekers so far. So once we get past all of this stuff, hopefully good things are going to happen, except for the fact that they've got that darn microwaver and so many mines. So need to get all of this stuff shocked. One shock to rule them all. And now hopefully we can get away from that microwaver before it starts to turn on. Because just a reminder, microwavers don't care about smoke. They just ruin everything that's in their way. And again, my smokes and shocks are just so poorly timed today that I think we're going to lose yet again. Oh, I got a shock right there. Look at this, just on the edge of failure the whole time, and there is our failure. So we still have some bombs. We're still going to be farming some gunboat energy. I am incredibly tempted just to flare the engine room, but I don't think that's going to work for us. Need to get the heck away from that right-hand side rocket launcher to have any sort of chance. I don't have any gunboat energy to shock anything. Do I wait for a barrage? No, we're not going to get... You know what? Let's just flare that engine room right now, hoping that we can get all of our troops to get like one shot off each, and that might be enough to take this down. Ugh, not enough. We needed one more shot. Okay, so we're not going to make it to diamond in this video. Ocean crushed me. We're going in the wrong direction. I need to leave on a win streak, so I can't do it. We're just going to make sure we leave on a win streak. We were doing so well, and then everything fell apart. The wheels came off. I find that with warships, I end up just losing my focus, losing my concentration. There is too much going on, especially with seekers. So We're going to go like this. I'm going to throw a barrage, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're just going to drop all of our seeker dudes, and that should be enough to hopefully, as long as they go right. If they go to that middle engine room, I'm probably going to just cry and quit and smash my phone or something like that. 1 and 2. Come on, land it. Yes, okay. Here we go. This should be a win unless something goes terribly wrong. Just need to hit the shock on that shock launcher, drop that next smoke, pre-seed it, and then we should just come out rushing, hitting with all cylinders and all of those kind of things. So this had better be a win is all I can tell you, because it's been a bad run. 3 minutes, 7 seconds. They were quick too, but I think we were quicker. Hopefully that should be enough to end this video. 34 minutes, 35 minutes. Come on, tiebreaker. Don't break my heart. Oh, could you imagine being that squiggle name and losing with 3 minutes, 5 seconds? That is an absolute heartbreaker. That is how we're going to end this video. I'm Zedmont. Hopefully this gave you some indication of how to use Seekers and how not to use Seekers. If you have tips to make my Seeker play any better besides quitting after like 15 minutes, I can't play Warships for more than 15 minutes or things start to go downhill. Otherwise, hope you had a fantastic weekend. Good luck against Hammerman's fleet. Make sure you take down some stages, pick up some intel for your task force. I shall talk to you later. Thanks for coming in. I'm Zedmont.